Welcome back, folks. So in this video we're going to take a look basically at the soffits that we've just are in the process of installing here. Almost have it finished up, but we're doing this in preparation to get ready to put the new siding on. And so we've just about got things buttoned up here for the new siding. If you remember, we had quite a mess on this front corner here. There was a lot of rotten wood. That's all been repaired now, and so this is ready for siding. But today we're going to take a look at the soffits. And so this is the underside of it, and this was all part of adding the overhang to this home to make it look more like a house. And so we've used an aluminum product here. This product comes in 12-foot lengths, 16 inches wide. So it has to be cut to fit in between the house and the outside. So what we have up here is the raw wood that you see that's left up there is the subfascia. So that's a 2x4 that we installed when we did the framing for the roof. And how that is going to get finished now will be with a fascia gutter. So what that is a fascia and a gutter combined, and what that does is it will finish that. It gets it's a 6-inch aluminum extrusion, and it will hang down just a little bit below the soffit there, about an inch, something like that, and then that will finish that off. So something else we did in the process of putting our new soffits in is we installed some recessed lighting. So we put this one over the front door here. We also installed a couple up in the pavilion roof up here over these two windows that will shine down on the window, each window there. So we are going to put vinyl siding on this home, and this will terminate, just got a little sample of it here. This is a J-trim, so now the J-trim will get nailed up just like this, up against the bottom of the soffit there against the house, and that's how that gets finished. And then the new vinyl siding will go up into that J-trim. There's another J-trim on the outside of the soffit there, which is aluminum, and that's how it's finished on the outside against that fascia gutter that will be going there. So we had some questions about this T111 siding. If you could you put new T111 over this? Yes, you certainly could. You could do any kind of siding that you want. In this park, we have regulations that we have to install maintenance-free products. So they want either like a hardy board or a vinyl. So we are going to be putting vinyl on this one. Okay, so we'll take you around to the back here and show you some of the little details on this. So we've just about got all the way around. We're almost ready for siding here now. Like I say, we've got pretty much everything buttoned up. We've gotten our electrical changed. All the electrical that had to be changed is changed now for the outside. So not very far away from getting going on the siding. And so here you can see we're up in the gable, how we're doing it up there. This is all part and parcel of making this look more like a little house, like a little cottage. And we'll just go up the ladder here and just kind of show you some details. So we've got an outlet up there. We're going to be putting in a motion sensor light for security, and then we're also put in a exterior plug here, so if you want to plug in the backyard, you've got a place to plug in. So this you can see here on the left, and that's that J-trim is just lined up with the outside of that subfascia there, that 2x4, and so there you can see it. And the way this material is installed is the J-trim is stapled onto the bottom of that subfascia, and then you just, all you do is you just tip the panel in, and then you staple it along the wall to that 2x2 backing there. So that 2x2 backing has just been screwed onto the wall in between each of these little blocks that we have here. So we had some people that wanted to see us elaborate a little bit on how we put this overhang on, and it was a very simple process. So basically what we did, I'll just get a little closer here to show you. So what we did was we took the old shingles off of the old roof, and then the original roof sheeting was OSB 7/16, and you can see it there. So that red edge was the edge of the roof before. And all we did was we just put a layer of 7/16 over the whole roof, and just to kind of freshen it up. There was a few soft spots here and there, so we just went over the whole thing, and we just let it hang over. Basically the amount that we wanted, and we just chose 14 inches, which was what there was a little overhang on the front of the home. That was the only place there was, and we just went with that measurement, so this matches that. So we just let it hang over, and then what we did was we put this 2x4 subfascia on all the way along, and all we did was just cut an angle on the top of this board here to match the pitch of the roof. In this case our pitch is 3.5 to 12, and then all we did was hold this up flush underneath. I don't think you can see it here, but it just was flush underneath and on the outside, I mean, and screwed it from the top into this 2x4. And so this 2x4 was just basically hanging then off of the sheeting. And then to give it stability, we cut these 2x4 blocks and then just blocked it back to the home. You can see it just goes up, just goes to the wall. It doesn't go through the wall, it just goes up to the wall. So basically what that has done is creates a right angle triangle, and that's what gives us the strength. And then those blocks are just screwed in from the outside here with 3-inch screws, and they're also screwed to the wall. There you can see one screw up inside there. And I can hang on this roof here, and it doesn't, like, I can step on it when I go up on the top and it does not move. It's very solid. And we just basically put one of those blocks beside each rafter. You can see there's the rafter there, and there's another one there. Okay, then after that, we just went ahead and shingled the roof. We installed this drip edge on the outside. Now, so what will happen is that drip edge will come out over the new fascia gutter and make this completely watertight. And then to support the fascia, if you look back there, you can see that panel there is sitting on that 2x2. So we installed these 2x2s then between each block, and you can see how they're just screwed on there. Okay, and this is how we did it on the gable here. We just blocked this out. Now, how we did this on the end. On this end there was no overhang. On the other end there was. So again, we just let that OSB, when we put that new OSB on the roof, we just let it hang over, and then again we put this 2x4 along the outside, which is the subfascia. Simply screwed it down from the top through the OSB so that it was hanging there, and then we installed this 2x4 along the wall here. That is basically just to give us backing for the soffits. You can see how the soffit is coming up from the other side there, and it's being stapled to that 2x4. And then we just blocked it in between, roughly every 3 feet. You just kind of divide it up evenly. We've got 2 blocks in that span there, which is about 9 feet. So it's roughly 3 feet in between those blocks. And that's it. It was just very simple. It was a very simple thing to do. It didn't cost a lot of money. The new OSB was less than $500 that we put over the whole new roof. And you know, other than that, you know, the new fascias and stuff, we had to do all that anyways. But just, you know, basically to get that the overhang on, that's what we were looking at, you know. So it was very, very simple, cost-effective way to get this look of having the soffit with the overhang. Okay, folks, so that's a look at the soffit and a little bit of a detail on how we created this overhang. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, share it, give us a thumbs up if you like it, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, folks.